Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. I've got a video here for you on processing a chicken. This is a warning that this is a graphic video, and there will be an animal death in this video, so if that makes you uncomfortable, now's the time where you can stop watching. So, this is a follow-up video to my chicken processing station video. Today I've been processing Cornish X, and I'm actually on my last one now. And I just wanted to give you guys a run-through of how the whole process works, how I like to do it, and hopefully if you haven't done it and you're looking for information or just another way of doing it, this video is for you then. So right now I've got my table here. I've sanitized it. I always sanitize my table after I clean each chicken. Over here I've got I saved the liver and the heart for Duke. I'll boil those up for him, give him a little snack. Down here I've got my gut bucket. Over here I've got my, let's see here, this is really tough. I've got my water boiling so that I can defeather the bird, or actually loosen up the feathers, I should say. I'm shooting for 150 or so. We're good there on that. So I can go ahead and turn this down. Right now we're at 1, 20, 30, 40, 50, 155. That'll do just fine. You don't want to go higher than 155. Low end is 145, high end is 155. If you go higher than 155 when you throw it in your plucker, in my experience, the skin is going to rip on it. And not a big deal if you're going to eat it yourself, but if you have customers, it's not visually appealing, obviously. So keep that in mind. 145 for your low, 155 for your high. In the cooler here, there's a carcass there. That's your end result. That's what you get. Just like what you're gonna see in the store, no different. Except I know what this chicken was fed, and I know where it's been and how it was treated ethically, and it wasn't given any chemicals. And so that's peace of mind for myself and for people who choose to buy organic, GMO-free birds. So I've got one there in that cooler, and then I've got two more. Oh, this is kind of tough doing this with only one hand. Got two more in this cooler here. What is that, Duke? Get out of there. That's ice cold water. So those birds are chilling. They're ready to be bagged up. I'm going to be making a follow-up video separate from this video on how to do that as well. Here we got kill cone. That's where I'm going to be placing the bird in there. Upside down with its neck facing you, and then I'll make the incision and bleed the bird out. They do thrash around a little bit, but it's as humane a kill as you're gonna get. I'm actually gonna go with that over decapitating the chicken. Seems to be working better for me this year, so that's what I'm gonna do. Let's see here. Here's the plucker. I'm gonna show you how the plucker works. Some people were asking to see a video on how these work. I've got this on. I've got the strainer down there to catch the bulk of the feathers. bucket underneath it. The discharge is down there. And essentially, all this is going to do when I turn it on is rotate these fingers, and the carcass is going to bounce around in here and get the vast majority of the feathers out. Might not get them all. Usually there's some left over, but the bulk of them are gone, and it saves so much time and so much of a headache. All right, trying to think here. All right, with that, we're gonna go ahead and grab our last bird. That's a rooster. It's our last one for the season. I don't plan on buying any more this summer. That'll be enough for this year. So I'm gonna go grab that bird, and I'll be right back. So you can see here, this is how you like to hold your bird, upside down. It helps relax them, calm them down. I don't want the animal to be any more stressed out than it has to be, of course. I don't take any joy in taking the life of another animal. There's no joy in this process for me. But it's something that if I don't do it, then somebody in a factory is going to do it. And I like to think that the animals that we raise live a much more humane, ethical life than the ones that you're going to buy in a grocery store. So you can see I'm holding this animal, this bird. She's not making a sound. She's very relaxed. And that's what I want. I want her to be calm. I want her to be relaxed. So now what you're going to do, you're going to go ahead and place your bird head down in the cone. There you can see the head there. Go ahead and pull his head down a little bit. And now what you're gonna do is they, just like us, they have a large vein back here behind their ear, right there. Okay, that's a vein you're gonna want to cut. You want to make it quick, clean, don't hesitate, just cut. Again, that's to minimize as much stress and and anxiety that this animal is capable of feeling. So with that, I'll be now making the incision in the neck. So again, fair warning, this chicken is about to bleed out and have its last moments on this earth alive. If you're uncomfortable with that, please stop watching. Chicken is bleeding out. Very rapidly. Right now, those are nerves. It's not a pretty process. While we wait for the bird to bleed out, you look at the tools on the table here that I'm going to be using. This was my knife that I used to slit the chicken's throat. I'm going to be using the shears here to cut the neck off. I've already sharpened my knives. I've got the needle nose for any stubborn feathers that I can't get out of the skin. And this right here is going to be my the knife that I do all the work with. It usually takes I would say no more than 2 minutes for the animal to bleed out. Right now it's just dripping. It's essentially bled out right now. There's a little muscular contractions going on right now. The animal didn't suffer, I hope. So that's that. The next step after you do that is you're going to bring the bird over to the scald pot. Gonna need, maybe you don't need these. I like to use these heat resistant gloves just because you know, the water is, like I said, between 145 and 155, fairly warm. I guess I'll move the camera over here so you guys can see. So the idea here now is I'm going to dunk the bird in up past its knee joint. I've got soap in here, like I mentioned in the other video. And the whole concept of this is to pull this, to loosen the feathers up so that they're going to come out in the plucker. So you have to do both. You have to scald the bird and then it goes in the plucker. This animal's ready to go, so I'm going to go ahead and stick it in. So, holding the chicken the same way, you're going to swirl the chicken around. Giving the soap a chance to break down the oils. Making sure all the feathers are getting wet. You can pull it out. You don't want to do this any longer than you absolutely have to. And you know the chicken's ready for the plucker if when you wrap, look at that, feathers are coming out. With these, this bird's ready to go in the plucker. So I'm going to quickly take my gloves off. Now, I have the chicken here. I'm going to put it down in the plucker. There it is there. I've got my garden hose in there already. Got my strainer, my bucket. Go ahead and turn my water on. I'm going to come over here and now I'm going to start the plucker itself. You can already see that most of the feathers are off of it. Flip it over. Try to get the rest off on the back. Looking good. That bird's ready to come out. Okay, get the water off. And there you have it. Most of these feathers are gone. So we're gonna bring it over to the processing table. And now we are going to defeather it. We're gonna pull off any of the feathers that the plucker might not have got. Sometimes there's some at the elbow on the wing. I also like to pick off this this yellow skin here. Make sure you guys can see this, okay? Yellow skin. You can see a few tail feathers there. That's okay because the tail is going to be getting cut off because there's a oil gland right here that you don't want to leave on. So flipping the bird over, there, it's good. There's no other feathers on here. Like I said, those pluckers are just amazing. If you were to pluck this bird by hand, it's going to take you at least 10 minutes. Okay, so the first step I like to do, you're going to want to pull your gut bucket out, but the first step I like to do is cut the, I'll make an incision with this knife, and I'll pull the skin, and I'll cut around the entire neck, and I'll show you how I do that. So I take my knife and probably about a good inch from where the neck goes inside the breastbone, that's where I'll cut. That's a windpipe right there. Some people like to pull that out. Myself, I just leave it in and I pull it out through the back. Then I take my knife and I, like I said, cut around the neck skin. No, there's that. Now what you have here is the neck itself is exposed. And myself, I like to cut it around here, thereabouts. That's where the shears come into play. So I can go ahead and make that cut. I cut through the bone and I use my knife through the skin. There's the head, down in the gut bucket. A few feathers here by the knee joint. So we got the head off. Now we can go ahead and turn the bird around, feet facing you. And let me grab the camera here. What you're gonna want to do is with the chicken on its back, okay, make sure it's on its back. Go ahead and grab the leg, and you're gonna cut right here between this, the bottom of this, what is gonna be the drumstick that you normally see, and then this joint here. You're gonna cut right in between those with your knife, making sure you don't dull your blade, you know, by hitting the bone. And it'll come right out. So I'm holding it, applying pressure right between the joint. Just like that. just like that. There's your foot. And then Duke likes to have the foot. So let's go ahead and give Duke the foot. There you go, boy. He likes to play with those, chew on them. I don't know. He's weird. He's a dog. Go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and do the other one. Same thing. Applying pressure between the joints. Making sure that you don't hit the bone with your knife and you're just cutting through ligament. Here's your other leg. Go and toss that to Duke. Alright, so we're ready to go on the business end. Got our drumsticks. Took care of the neck already. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to make an incision. I'm going to pull this loose skin here and I'm going to make an incision just until I can get inside this orifice. And then I'm going to stick my fingers in, 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top, open that orifice up to where I can get at the innards so I can eviscerate the chicken. And I like to do this with the vent. That's what this is. That hole there is the vent. I like to do it with the vent off the edge of the table, just to keep any toxins off the workstation. So, an inch down or so, I'd say in the middle between the vent and the breastbone. Pull that skin loose. Take your knife,